Hey guys, it's Matt from Jackson Brown Automotive and Marine. We specialise in everything cars and boats, from your warrant inspection right through to brand new outboard installation. I've been working in the marine and automotive industry for about 25 years now. I've learned a lot of tips and tricks, and we're going to start a video series and throw that out to you. In this video, we're going to do trailers. We're going to start right at the front here at the coupling. Now this is a duo fit coupling, so it can fit two different ways. You can see here it's got the numbers stamped down the side, inch and 7/8. Now this needs to match your car. It'll have the same thing stamped on the top of your tow ball. You need to choose the right one. If it says 50mm on your tow ball here, choose this side, put it on and click it down and you're safe and nothing's going to come off on the road. And here we've got our D-shackle that needs to be shackled onto your tow ball. It's a good idea every now and then to throw a bit of lubricant on the threads, and it's going to be nice and easy for you to use. And we're sweet there, so we're going to move around to our jockey wheel. Okay, the jockey wheel just needs a bit of grease. We need to grease it up in here, in places like up here where it pivots. Bit of grease or sprays inside here and up on your handle. It's much easier if it all turns. And then we come down here, grease in here and around and in the back, and the main swivel point here and in this area in here. Spray the axle up around here and on the other side. That's going to keep the axle moving and make the boat nice and easy to manoeuvre on the driveway. And make sure you've got that locked up while you're driving on the road, otherwise you're just going to wreck it. Okay, then we come back to our winch. Now, when you're driving on the road, make sure it's done up nice and tight. Probably want to give it a little bit of maintenance, so when you get to the boat ramp, the boat's actually going to come off the trailer and the winch is going to work. So you might want to spray inside here on any of the gears in the ratchet assembly and through the sides. And a good thing to do is take your D-shackle out and spray the threads with a bit of grease so it's not seized at the boat ramp and you're mucking around. Going to come down here to our wheels. Now, we want to make sure that our wheel nuts are tight, they're not going to fall off. And you need to check your tyre pressure regularly. If you have a lock down the sidewall of the tyre, it's going to give you a maximum pressure. This tyre here is a light truck tyre, which is what you should use on a good boat trailer. Maximum weight of 670 kgs at a max pressure of 65 psi, which personally I'd probably run it around 45 to 50 psi on the road with a big load in it. Okay, so this is our grease cap. This needs to be nice and tight. You might have bearing buddies there. Either way, they need to be nice and tight. If that falls off and you go in the salt water, your wheel bearings are going to be toast. So the first thing I do when I get home after a day on the water is I hose the boat off and then I'm straight to the trailer. I hose it down and then I get my hose into my brakes and I spray it down in here all around the hub and the caliper in behind, and I'll lean in the back with the jet and I'll spray it all over. All your brakes need is water. Don't put anything else on them. I'm going to check that I've got good tread depth in here. You need 1.5 millimeters for your warrant as a minimum. On a boat, hey, you probably want to have a whole lot more than that. So we're done down here and we're going to move on to our tie downs. You want to have either one big tie down over it, or like this boat here, it runs twin tie downs and you've ratcheted them up tight. Also, a good thing to do is spray these with some lubricant, so when you get to the boat ramp you're not going to have a mare trying to get the thing undone. On from the tie downs, we're down to our lights. We need to check they're all working before we go. So we'll hook up the car to it, turn your indicators on, turn your headlights on so you can see the tail light working. And for brake lights, a little bit more difficult. Hopefully you've got a mate there that can stand on the brakes. Otherwise, maybe getting a big block of wood and sit it on the brakes, make sure the brake lights are on in the car, and your brake light should be working here. And then you won't have any problems with the law. You're all good to go down to the boat ramp. The boat's going to come off the trailer when you're there, and we're all done for today. Keep watching for more videos, and if you've got any questions, need a warrant or any work done on your car or your boat, give us a call at Jackson Brown Automotive and Marine.